भारत माता शिव शक्ति अवतार सच्ची गीता मुरली 19th December 2025 morning class 10th July 1968. Om Namah Shivaya. Sweet children, yes Baba, you are now changing from monkeys and becoming worthy of a temple. You should make effort and take a birth like a diamond. Should you not? Your face should be like a brave lioness. Some have faces like sheep and goats. You get scared by just a little sound. So Baba cautions everyone. Kumaris should not get trapped. Om Namah Shivaya. Children, sit here for a long time. It enters your heart that it is as though you are sitting in the temple of Shiva, Shivalaya. You remember Shiv Baba and you also remember heaven. This is the brothel Veshalaya. Now you have dislike for the brothel. You have to remember the temple of Shiva very well. There is happiness only through remembrance. This too should remain in your intellects. We are sitting in the temple of Shiva. Then there will also be happiness. Ultimately, you have to go to the temple of Shiva. You are not to sit in the land of peace forever. In fact, the land of peace would also be called the temple of Shiva. The land of happiness would also be called the temple of Shiva. Only Shiv Baba takes you to the land of peace. Shiv Baba also resides there. So both would be called the temple of Shiva. Shiv Baba establishes both. You children have to remember both. That Shivalaya is for peace, that Shivalaya is for happiness. This is the land of sorrow. Now you are sitting at the confluence age. Except for the land of peace and the land of happiness, there shouldn't be remembrance of anyone else. Even if you are sitting anywhere, sitting at business, etc., those two temples of Shiva should be in your intellects. You have to forget the land of sorrow. Children know that this brothel is now to be finished. Children sitting here should not nod off, etc. The intellects of many go somewhere or other in other directions. Obstacles of Maya are created. The father tells you children again and again. Children, manmanabhav. He also tells you various methods. Even while sitting here, remember in your intellects, we will first go to the land of peace, the temple of Shiva, and then come to the land of happiness, the temple of Shiva. By remembering in this way, sins will continue to be cut away. The more you continue to remember, the more you will move your steps forward. Here, you shouldn't sit with any other thoughts. Otherwise, you cause damage to others. Instead of benefit, you cause even more damage. Previously, when you used to sit in Nishta silence, someone was made to sit in front of to check who is nodding off and who is sitting with their eyes closed. You used to remain very cautious. The father also keeps watching where the yoga of their intellect is wandering or if they are nodding off. Many come who do not understand anything at all. The Brahmin teachers bring them. Very good children should come in front of Shiv Baba. Those who do not remain in those who do not remain in negligence, because this is not an ordinary teacher. The father sits and teaches, so one should sit here very cautiously. Baba makes you sit in silence for 15 minutes. You sit for even an hour or two. So those who are weak should be cautioned. The Brahmin teachers who live at the centers do not know fully. By cautioning them, they will become alert. They will stay in remembrance for some time. Otherwise, it is as though they cast an obstacle because the intellect keeps wandering somewhere or other. Not everyone is a Maharadi. There are Maharadis, cavalry, and infantry too. Baba came today having churned the ocean of thoughts that in the museum or exhibition you children show three scenes: temple of Shiva, brothel, and the elevated confluence age. This is very good for explaining. These should be made very large. The biggest hall should be for this so that it sits in people's intellects quickly. Many children remain happy with whatever they make, but you should think about how to bring improvement in this. The temple of Shiva, the brothel, and the elevated confluence age in between. This should be made very well. People can receive good explanations from this. They will understand that we belong to the iron aged kingdom of Ravan, the brothel. You should explain with emphasis. No one will attain salvation without effort. Even in tapasya, you make 5 to 6 sit, but no, you should make 10 to 15 sit in tapasya. Make it big. You should show the brothel as very large. You should show everything in that this and this happens in it. They beg. What sannyasis do, make it very big and write in clear letters. Iron aged impure brothel at present, this is the brothel, so that people understand that we are in brothel. You explain so much, yet they hardly understand. It is as though they have monkey intellects. You labor to explain. They have stone intellects, do they not? So, as much as possible, you should explain very well. You should write present, iron aged, corrupt brothel. So, people understand that this refers to now. Those who are on service should think about increasing service. This isn't There isn't as much fun in projectors and exhibitions as there is in museum. They won't understand anything from a projector. It is a waste. A museum is best, even if it is small. Even if there are 6 small rooms, let there be a museum in that. In one room, there should be the scene of Shivalaya, Veshalaya, and Purushottam Sangamyuk. At this time, everyone is corrupt. There isn't a single elevated being. Humans hardly understand that we are corrupt. No one can be elevated. You have to explain with this much force. A very broad intellect is needed. When the unlimited father, the unlimited teacher has come, we wouldn't just sit and wait to pass BA or MA and then think about this study. The father will not stay sitting. He will go away in a short time. Little time remains, yet they do not wake up. The good daughters will say, why should I waste time for that, for nothing? Then what status would we claim in the temple of Shiva? Baba sees that Kumaris are free. Even if someone has a very big salary, it is like a handful of chickpeas. All of this will be finished. Nothing will remain. The Father has come to make you let go of the handful of chickpeas, but they don't let go. In this hand, there is a handful of chickpeas. In this hand, there is the sovereignty of the world. Those are chickpeas worth pennies. They get so distressed chasing after that. Kumaris are free. That study is worth pennies. If they leave that and study spiritual knowledge, secrets open up. Such a small daughter should sit and give knowledge to important people. The Father has come to establish the temple of Shiva. You admit that all of this will mix with the dust. Even the chickpeas will not be in your fortune. The one who has 5 chickpeas, that is 5 lakhs, in his fist, that too will be finished. People struggle so much to leave that. The Father says, children, the time is now very short. Do not think that 8 years are left. Day by day, conditions are getting worse. Calamities come suddenly. Death also happens suddenly, even while having chickpeas in the fist. The life force leaves. So, you have to liberate humans from this monkey like behavior. You shouldn't just be happy seeing the museum. You have to perform wonders. You have to reform humans. The Father is giving you children the sovereignty of the world. 8 years remain. I think even 5 years will be difficult. Chickpeas will not be in anyone's fortune either. Everyone will be finished. Why not take the sovereignty of the world from the Father instead of this? There is no question of difficulty. You also have to remember the Father and spin the discus of self realization. You have to empty the fist of chickpeas and go with your hands full of diamonds and jewels. The Aga Khan is nothing compared to you. They remain happy for a temporary period. They too are very dirty, drinking alcohol, going to races. So the father explains, do not lose your life chasing after this handful of chickpeas. People take the body to the cremation ground. They go empty handed. Your hands ought to go full. You can understand with your intellects that we have to earn a very great income. These 2 or 5 rupees are nothing. Those who understand this well must feel in their hearts. Why should we waste our life for chickpeas? Yes, if someone is elderly and have many children, they have to look after them. It is very easy for Kumaris. Whoever comes, explain to them that the Father gives us this sovereignty. So you should take the sovereignty. Should you not? Now your children understand that our fist is being filled with the diamonds. Otherwise, everything else will be destroyed. They will go empty handed. The father continues to explain. You have committed sins for 63 births. You have gone into vice. The main sin is of vice. The second sin is to insult the Father and the deities. You have defamed them. Have you not? You became vicious and you also hurled insults. You have defamed the father so much. So the father sits and explains to the children, time should not be wasted. Do not say, Baba, we cannot remember. Say, Baba, we cannot remember ourselves. We forget ourselves. To come into body consciousness means to forget oneself. If you cannot remember yourself as a soul, then how will you remember the Father? It is a very high destination. It is also very easy. However, yes, Maya opposes you. Read the Gita, etc., but do not understand the meaning. The main scriptures of Bharat is the Gita. Every religion has its own scripture. Those who establish a religion cannot even be called a guru. This too is a big mistake. The Sadguru is only one, otherwise, there are many who call themselves gurus. If someone taught carpentry or engineering, he also became a guru. Everyone who teaches is a guru. The Sadguru is only one. Now you have found the Sadguru. He is the true father and also the true teacher. Therefore, children should not commit too much negligence. You go from here very well refreshed, and then, as soon as you go home, you forget everything of here. You receive a lot of punishment in the womb jail too. There, it is a palace of the womb. There is no sinful act performed there for which one would have to suffer punishment. Here, you children understand that you are studying personally in front of the Father. Outside in your home, you wouldn't say this. There, you would think a brothel is teaching. Here, you come directly to the Father. He explains to the other children very well. There is weight in the explanation of the Father and the children. The Father sits and cautions the children. He explains by saying, children, children, you explain about the temple of Shiva and the brothel. It is a matter of the unlimited. Show this Shivalaya and Vaishalaya clearly so that people feel some shame. Or you explain it just in just. Explain cheerfully so they understand well. Have mercy on yourself. Do you have to stay in this brothel? Baba's thoughts continue as to how he should explain. They have very monkey like intellects. They don't understand at all. You labor so much, yet it is like pebbles in a tin. They just keep saying, yes, yes, it is very good. This should be explained in the villages. They themselves do not understand. Wealthy people will not understand at all. They will not pay attention at all. They will come at the end. Then they will be too late. Neither will their wealth be of use, nor will they be able to stay in yoga. However, yes, those who listen will become subjects. The poor can claim a very high status. What do you Kumaris have? A Kumari is called poor because the father's inheritance goes to the son. But a Kumari is given away in donation. They give donation when she goes into the brothel. How much effort you have to make to go to the temple of Shiva. They will say, go to the brothel and we will give money. If you go to the temple of Shiva, they won't give even a penny. Look at the mentality of the monkeys. Do not be afraid of anyone. You should explain openly. You should be active. You speak the absolute truth. This is the confluence age. On that side is a handful of chickpeas. On that side is a handful of diamonds. Now you change from monkeys and become worthy of a temple. You should make effort and take a birth like a diamond. Should you not? Your face should be like a brave lioness. Some have faces like sheep and goats. You get scared by just a little sound. So Baba cautions everyone. Kumari should not get trapped. If you get trapped in even more bondage, you will suffer punishment for vice. If you imbibe knowledge, well, we will become an empress of the world. The Father says, I have come to give you the sovereignty of the world. But some with stone intellects do not understand at all. It is not in their fortune. The Father is the Lord of the poor. Kumaris are poor. If parents cannot get them married, they give them away. So they should have the intoxication that we should study well and claim a status. Good students pay attention to the study, thinking we will pass with honors. Only they receive a scholarship. The more effort you make, the higher the status you will claim. That too for 21 births. It is not a matter of temporary period. Here there is temporary happiness. Today you received some position, tomorrow death came. Finished. It is the Tamo Pradhan world, is it not? Day by day the lifespan decreases. Here the average age is 35 years. There it is 125 to 150 years. There is a difference between a yogi and a bhogi, one who indulges in their not. Is there not? Humans have absolutely stone intellects. So the Father says, pay more attention to the poor. The wealthy would hardly take this up. They only say it is very good. This institution is very good. It will benefit many. They do not benefit themselves at all. They said, very good, went out. And that was it. Maya is sitting there with a stick raised. She makes them lose their senses completely. With just one slap, she devours their wisdom. The father explains a look at what the condition of Bharat has become. Children have understood the drama well. Acha, love, remembrance, and namaste to the spiritual children. Lots of love and remembrance to my beloved Bab Dada and Mat Pita. Namaste Baba. Om Namah Shivaya. Blessing. May you be a constant yogi. Yogi means a cooperative one. Sayogi. If not cooperative, then not a yogi either. Cooperative means to remain in remembrance of the Father and the Father's task. To be cooperative with the body, mind, and wealth means to be a yogi. By becoming cooperative, you automatically become a yogi and also accumulate multi-million fold. By receiving the return of cooperation, yoga becomes easy. Therefore, this is an easy means to become a constant yogi. Om Namah Shivaya.